from Your Next Stamp. Simple, simple, simple card, but really a wow factor. And my Distress Oxide inks and that stencil really made these cards happen. So here is my next card, again using that frame that I showed you, one of the fancy dies from the kit, and then a Follow Your Heart sentiment and some specialty paper from the kit. Now the Follow Your Heart sentiment, as well as several of the other sentiments I'm going to show you, are from another add-on, so still available, and this one is called Mermazing Messages, and it has tons of really cute little images and messages, or sentiments rather, that coordinate perfectly with the kit, but also would work with several other stamps. So I encourage you to check that out. So here's this one, simple, 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 easy to do card, super easy to do card, but really has a wow factor, I think. For this one, I use Distress inks as well, and I will, Distress Oxide inks in the Magic Stencil technique, and I will, again, have a description in my description box below, as well as on my blog. I will detail for you all of the supplies that I use to create these cards. Here's another card that I created where I used that same background die, and I just did white on white this time. I colored an oyster, some of the little coral from the stamp set that came in the kit, and then cut out just a little portion of my stencil background that I did, and created this kind of very simple card that was very easy to put together. And then of course I added some pearls which match the sentiment, which says, "The world is your oyster, you are the pearl." Okay, here's another card that I did where I also just cut out a portion of a background that I created using the Distress Oxide inks in the Magic Stencil technique. Here is what I was talking about. Remember what I was just saying a few moments ago, if you pick up this background die, make sure you keep all these little pieces that it cuts out. You can put them in shaker cards. You can also just use them as little accents. So for example, I used a starfish that is multicolored, and I don't know how well the video is going to pick that up, but it's kind of multicolored because I, was doing my Distress Oxide blending and everything, and just added it, and it's sort of like the perfect touch to this simple card. The You Are Mermazing sentiment comes again from this add-on stamp set called Mermazing Messages, and I stamped it, or inked it rather, in the green ink that came with the kit. And then I cut these fancy seaweed or whatever. I don't know that I'm calling that the right thing, but whatever these really pretty things are that are in oceans, I cut that out with some leftover specialty paper that I had. Obviously colored the mermaid with my Zig markers, added Wink of Stella to her, and then added 3 gumdrops from Your Next Stamp. I only have a few cards left, so hopefully this video won't be too long. Here is another one that I made. This one is called You Are Treasured. It again uses that gorgeous die that is still available. I put some specialty glitter paper that came in the kit behind it, and I made a shaker card. And I just love this, love, love, love this, the big shaker window that this creates. And it was so easy to do. I also added a couple, the sequins that are inside the shaker, by the way, came in the kit. And then I added 3 kind of little of those clear ones, again, that don't have the holes, that are from Pretty Pink Posh. Die cut a few of the fishes and the starfish, and then added a sentiment. So really cute, fun shaker card that I just had a lot of fun making. Here's another card that I made, and this uses the same frame again, and I just did the mermaid. This is some specialty. It's lacy paper. It's just beautiful in person, and so it's just a very simple card that I did, also using that same stencil technique. Added some sequins and just kept it very simple. Here's another shaker card that I did. I added a starfish here, if you can see that, that came again from this same background die. And this is another shaker card that I did. Now, if you look closely, and I don't know how well this is going to pick up on camera, but hopefully it'll show up in the photographs that I'll be posting on my blog. I created the background back here by using my stencil, using a blender tool and a clean pad with Versamark ink, going over the stencil just like we did in the card I made on camera earlier in this video, but instead of ink, I just used Versamark. Then I used some Hero Arts sparkle embossing powder, poured that over the entire panel, heat set it, and it's this gorgeous, so in other words, this panel that we just created here that I did on camera that has all the different colors, instead of those colors is sparkle in this particular card. and it's just really, really beautiful. That's a really fun, kind of different way to use the stencil. So I put it as a background here for this card and created another shaker card. And again, all the sequins came in the kit. So I thought that was really fun. And finally, my last card, thank you guys for hanging in there this far with me. I just did another background with the stencil technique. Cut it out using this background die, and then created my card, added a couple sequins, heat embossed with white embossing powder, my sentiment, and there you go. So this is the card again that I kind of made for you on camera. I didn't quite finish it because I didn't want to take up the time. And then here are all the other cards that I was able to make using this kit. And quite frankly, I could have just kept going. I had so much fun with this kit and all the add-ons. I really can't recommend Hero Arts enough. I just love, love, love the company. So here you go. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that it inspires you and that you'll check out some of the products that are still available. Thank you so much as always for stopping by, and have a wonderful day. Thanks guys. Bye-bye.